Hello again, YouTube. I'm back with another update, and with this update here, based on a suggestion that I got from Yankee 4, and about the wiring of the capacitor bank, and he suggested that I wire both leads coming off the inverter to the caps themselves, as opposed to having both positives on the positive and one negative to the bus bar. And so I took his advice. And so now I have two leads coming off of the caps, and as you can see, I kind of taped them some more just to kind of, again, to insulate the leads a lot better, so that there won't be any arcing. The idea is to keep it, keep it insulated, so because these leads are pretty close together, and just basically for added safety. No different, just nothing special, just added safety. And right now, everything is coming off of the capacitor bank. So the inverter will feed from the capacitor bank, and the capacitors will feed from the battery. And so I took his advice. It was great advice. I really do appreciate it. And it just goes to show you that everybody has something to contribute. I agree with Steve Robertson that says everybody's got something good to contribute to the whole. And he did, and I follow. And Yankee 4, thanks a lot, dude. And I do appreciate it. And as you can see, hey, your advice is appreciated, and it was accepted and implemented. Took me a little while. I had to go get some clamps and stuff like that, and to make sure that the wiring, I could figure it out, make sure everything flowed like I needed it to. But everything is working. It appears to be working fine. Again, everything's coming off the capacitors and off the bank, and so we should be good to go. And right now I'm just bulk charging. My system is at 30 volts, 30.6 volts. That's what the trimetric is saying, at least, and at 49 amps. And essentially that's what it's saying as far as my capacitor bank, as far as the voltage. And so it's 30.4 here, 30.6 there. So it's bulk charging. So far, I'm really I'm really liking the setup and everything. And just to answer some questions first from some folks that were curious, like for instance, how do I like my batteries right now, and have they been working out for me? And excuse the electrical tape here. But to tell you the truth, these batteries have been working out as I have expected them to. I got some fans going and stuff like that. I'm experimenting with different ways to have circulation in this particular room. But anyway, these batteries have served up to their purpose, and they have met my expectations, and so I really enjoy them. And the reason I say this is because, like myself, a lot of people before purchasing these nickel iron batteries, they went to these forums, and I went to these forums, and I looked at what other people were saying, and a lot of it was all negative. I mean, and I truly believe, about 98% of the people, I believe this, that 98% of the folks that were saying negative things didn't own nickel iron batteries, or probably never owned nickel iron batteries. And they were just spouting off their opinion, which everybody's entitled to their opinion. Just remember, it's just your opinion. So now that I have actually purchased them, used them numerous times, I've lost track of how many times I've been off grid with these things, and I've drained them, and only to charge them back up the next day. Believe me, it didn't take me all day to charge up these batteries. Maybe a couple of hours, maybe 3-4 hours at best, maybe 5. But the thing is, it didn't take me all day to charge up these batteries. I mean, they actually did charge it rather quickly. And and right now, and a lot of people say, well, they're not power dense and stuff like that. They don't really give up energy that fast. And you know what? They're right. They don't give up power that fast. They store a lot of energy, but they don't give up power that fast. That's why I have these. With these ultra capacitors, the argument is a moot point. It's a moot point. People say, well, you can get lithium ion batteries because you can charge them quickly and they can give up their power really quickly. And that's true. That's very true. However, with these batteries here, they last longer, for one thing, and also with these capacitor bank, with these I have 250 farads of capacitance. Essentially, I have 12 3,000 farad capacitors, and if you take 3,000 and divide it by 12, you'll get the actual capacitance of these capacitors in series, which is 250, which is more than enough to do what I need to do. With this right here, yeah, can I run a well pump with these in this particular inverter? Yep, no problem. Washing machine, no problem. Dishwasher, no problem. Refrigerator, freezer, no problem. With these capacitors and with these batteries right here, yeah, I can run the race with any person with a lithium-ion battery bank any day of the week. You know, not bragging or anything, but these are good batteries. They really are, and these are really good capacitors. These are Maxwell capacitors, and they work fine. But anyway, just wanted to give you folks an update, and you know, for you folks out there that are contemplating getting a capacitor bank, hey, you know, as long as you get the accompanying stuff like the protection circuit boards and the strapping bars right there and proper wiring, then yeah, I think you'll come out ahead. As I said, I enjoy the system. System works great. You know, the way I mounted them, yeah, it doesn't look, I mean, hey, it was the way I mounted them, and you know, hey, it works out fine. They're in there, they're not coming out, okay, and so they're good to go. But anyway, just to answer a few questions, Shartney asked the question as far as with these capacitors. Each one of these capacitors is 2.7 volts, and you build your battery bank based on your capacitor bank based on your system voltage. And when I say system voltage, I'm talking about max system voltage, meaning these batteries, when I fully charge them, or when I bulk charge them, they charge up to 31.3 volts. Okay, max charge is 32 volts. So I have to have a capacitor bank that will accept the max charge of my battery bank. And that's, you know, if you take 2.7 and you multiply it by 12, you'll get 32.4. So this capacitor bank matches the max voltage of my battery bank and the max voltage that my inverter will sustain. So that's, you know, that's the reason why I have so many, and so that's how I measured it out. As far as how much capacitance you need, as far as the number of farads, I'm sure there's some calculations out there. I just don't know what they are. And for my purposes, 250 farads is more than enough for what I need. So I mean, I just said, hey, I want, you know, 3,000 farad capacitors, and I'll put them in series, okay? And if I get 250 farads, you know, for use with this inverter, hey, more power to me. So I'm good to go. But anyway, thanks a lot again. A shout out to Yankee 4 for the wiring. Also a shout out to some unknowns that, I mean, that may, you know, they were unknown to me anyway. The original idea for this capacitor, of putting inline capacitors with my solar setup, comes from Guy Brown. You know, it was his I mean, I think he probably got an idea from Just In Case, and maybe somebody else. Also, you know, I kind of piggybacked on his idea and I saw another idea from a guy named R. Brown, I believe, and he actually has these type of capacitors or similar capacitors, and you know, I saw his setup and what he was saying, so so a shout out to him as well. Shout out to Shartney for, you know, again, giving me an idea to, you know, put a capacitor in between, and to do more research. And again, a shout out to Yankee 4 for, you know, making the suggestion to tie off the negative from the inverter to the negative capacitor bank bus, the negative bar or connection on the capacitor bank as well. But again, I thank everybody out there that, you know, had a hand in giving me ideas. I watch all your videos, you know, USKVMC, I watch your videos too, and you know, and I get ideas from you guys. I kind of feed off you guys, and hopefully I contribute and you guys can feed off me as well. You guys got some awesome systems. JW Solar, awesome system. Keep up the good work, you know, may it grow continually as your knowledge grows, and I hope to see more videos from you guys too. All right, take care.